Hi there, morning. You know, it's often said out there, I've heard it a lot of times myself, that your network reflects your net worth. And, you know, that's a very great statement, but what does it really mean? Well, for a lot of us business owners, we're now in a place where we're hidden behind our computers, where we're not out there truly networking with people and we're not really connecting with the right kind of people. So, you know, we might be doing Facebook ads or, you know, doing whatever we can on LinkedIn to try and get, you know, our network expanded, but we're not really making the connections that give us an enormous amount of clout. You know, luckily for me, I've learned a technique that can do that. And, you know, I'm lucky enough to call people like Neil Patel someone in my network. If those of you don't know Neil Patel, go and Google him. Wall Street Journal call him one of the most influential people online. He's written, well, you know, best-selling author and all sorts of things. And he's a really powerful hitter when it comes to digital marketing. And luckily for me, I was able to spend some time with him. And you know, we've had some lovely interaction, and, you know, if I had, you know, something else to chat to him about or wanted to reach out, I could literally flick him an email or give him a call, and I'm sure that he would pick up the phone. You know, I've also been able to meet people like Rand Fishkin from Moz, you know, $45 million company, Ted Rubin, who's a really big player in return on relationships, and, you know, so lots of people like that because I've got the technique to do that. So I wanted to give you 4 tips that you could use to help you increase your network out there so that you can start to have a bigger impact rather than playing really small in a tiny pond. Looking at connecting with the really big hitters in your market that'll help elevate you and your business. So the first one is exactly that, is to decide who they are. So Russell Brunson calls it his Dream 100, so we call it a Fabulous 50. Whatever you want to call it, come up with a list. You know, it might even only be 10 players in the market that you absolutely know, if you were connected with, that there would be some impact on your business. So it's often the people that your customers look to, that are experts in the field, that your customers will often follow or watch on Instagram or whatever it is. Think about who they are. So get your list together first. That's the most important step, because you can't go anywhere until you know who they are. Number 2, spend some time researching them. So actually go and delve into what platforms they're using to communicate with their audience. You know, are they, and if they're not online and it's someone, a connection, you know, so a key account or someone that you're trying to connect with, then how else, what are they doing? Are they going to networking events? Are they, you know, what paper do they read? Can you, you know, stalk them in a cafe where, you know, they hang out and have a look at their habits, you know, without getting too creepy. But what is it about them, and what can you discover about them and know about them before you do any outreach? So, you know, there's nothing nicer than when you meet someone, they say, I've heard a lot about you. You know, I read your article. Whenever I do any kind of interview or meet with any kind of big hitter, I'm always well versed in something about them so that I can, you know, reflect on that in the conversation. There was one particular person that we were doing an outreach to, and I knew from Googling that, she was due to have a baby, and it was a boy in April. So the connection was that I had a son that was born in April as well. So in my first original outreach, congratulations, I heard the wonderful news that you're about to have a baby boy in April. I can speak from experience that all beautiful boys born in April are fantastic. And instantly we had a human connection. So really get to know them as people and try to understand a little bit about them. The third one is work out what's valuable to them. So this is a really good one. So, you know, if you've got a player in the marketplace and you know that they're on Instagram all the time, then helping them to create some content that you could share with them for them to use on Instagram might be of real value to them. You know, you might be able to do an interview with them, record it, and then offer to give them a cut version, edited version of that video for them to use on their YouTube channel. You know, if you have the ability to write a press release, you might say, would you be okay with us doing an interview, and then I can write a press release for you promoting the interview. So what is it that's of most value to them? So when you reach out to them asking for some sort of connection, what's the exchange that you can give them in order to, you know, make them feel like it's a win-win for both parties? And the fourth one is start reaching out to them. So we're lucky enough to have some really cool techniques that we know, you know, we've got tools that we can use to find email addresses, but, you know, you can, Google is a wonderful tool to be able to jump on and have a look and find how do you connect with these people. It may even be a direct message on Instagram. You know, I connected with a very big player in the real estate market in the US who's featured on $1 million listings, LA, just from a direct message, sitting on the beach, decided he was someone that I wanted to connect with for something, a project I was working on, and did a DM and reached out to him, and we're working on something now. So don't be afraid to direct message them. Remember, when you're outreaching to them, don't do a I just want. Make a connection first. I often say that this sort of engagement is a lot like dating. Get to know them first, form the relationship, build some trust, and then you can talk about what it is that you're wanting to do with this person in order for mutual benefit. So just to summarize those things, if you're trying to connect and outreach and increase your network, the first thing you can do is to write down your list. So come up with that list that Russell Brunson, as I said, calls a Dream 100 and we call our Fabulous 50. Spend some time researching them is number 2. So spend that time researching them and getting to know them really well. The third one is work out what's of value to them. So what platform are they using? What do you think would make them motivated to assist you? And the fourth one is just get out there and have a crack and start chatting to these people. Don't be disheartened if the first person says no, because just keep moving on and don't actually delete them off your list either. Just keep touching them and outreaching to them every now and again, following them, showing interest in what they're doing, and you just never know that you might wear them down. So I hope that's been helpful. Have a think how you can increase your network in order to increase your net worth. This is not to just go out and meet a whole bunch of people that aren't a benefit to you. Keep that for your social life. I shouldn't say that. Your friends are a benefit to you. But in this business situation, what we want to do is we want to focus on the people that we feel like we can have a mutually beneficial relationship with. If you'd like to learn our secret tips, then feel free to jump along to our event from the 4th to the 6th of October on the Gold Coast, Standout Marketing Machine. The link's down below this live. I'd love to see you there, where I'll share all sorts of tips with you as to how you can help to increase your network. Thanks so much for watching.